Test, test, 1, 2. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. Okay, let's get into some charts, man. Let's get into it. First, I'm gonna go into describe what I got here on the screen. I was identifying this demand zone that got reached into on US 30. As we can see, we have a massive area of price moving in a direction from one spot being here. We had this massive bullish move up, and I can see that from a 5-minute perspective, right, we had a zone here, but price breached the lower and tapped into that zone. Some people say that's invalidated. It depends. For me, that zone just got realized because I could just simply, instead of looking at this one last bearish candle here, I could identify these 1, 2 before that and use this whole area as identification and just look at something. Price opened up, closed here. So yeah, this area right here is the fair value gap. So I can look at that as my gap, and everything above that is that. So price came down to fill into the gap. So for gaps, I'm not looking for touches. Right, I don't want to just see price touch and then go up. I want to see price go in and come in and close all of that, come in and reach that area. And now we're waiting for a BOC, a break of the candle. The break of the candle has to be a little bit more specific because you got to look at your rejection candle. A lot of these can be my rejection candle, but I have not had a candle actively break until this one. This is my actively breaking candle that was breaking the open of that candle right there. So as it broke the open of this bearish candle here, broke this bearish candle here, price engulfed it and gave you an entry. So nonetheless, your entry is up here and your stops are going to be below the structure. You want to count spread, you know, this technically is where you are. So for a 1-to-1 to be counted, you had to come all the way up here. The thing is, with spread and risk and things of that nature, it's important to utilize as much accuracy when it comes to your positions as possible. So I say that the candle closed here, and if you were to enter it as soon as the candle closed, like I said, your entries would be up here. But if you were to set a buy limit, if you were to be waiting impatiently, letting price come back to you, there's a chance that you could have been right here. So that's how I like to I'm starting to focus more on my trades, especially as I twin trade. If I am looking to enter into the market twice, if I market execute here, give myself a valid reasoning for getting into the trade, okay, that's fine. But if I'm going to add more risk or duplication on top of that, there's got to be more confirmation. For me, I like to have pending orders. So I'm going to have an order set here, pending, and I'm still going for my 1-on-1 target. So that first target was arguably reached within the first candle, same activating candle. So we're gonna nonetheless use it like this. Now let's just say we're going for what, 25 points. We're risking 25 points to go for 25 points. So when price finally came over here 1, 2, 3 candles later, that's okay. But I'm not scared of the pullbacks. I'm not scared the drawdown that price makes. But that's that setup. We look at something a little bit more clean. I don't know how necessarily clean it's gonna look, especially with the way the markets are today. Markets are set up just the way they set up. Usually I like to wait for a break of structure. So where's the structure? What are you utilizing as the structure? On what time frame are you examining price? For me, I specifically like to trade the edge along the 4-hour candle. And that 4-hour candle is the New York session candle that's opening in 12 minutes. So that's what I'm watching for, the opening of this next candle, because that's going to be where it doesn't have to be when I enter into the market, but that is going to be the main focal point of where I'm placing entries, essentially. Test once again. This is a test because currently it's saying I'm dropping frames because I'm streaming to both two platforms at the same time. We're gonna see how it goes, and tell me why I've been at this starting soon this whole time. You have not seen a single thing I've done, but that's okay. We're gonna keep moving. Just to kind of recap what I was talking about, since I was talking but visually showing, I was referring to US 30. This is the massive move up. Price came back down. The fair value gap here from the area where price failed to come back between here and here, right? The wick of that candle and the opening of that candle gave that gap, and you want to see price come back down. You can see price engulfed and shot back down, and then you had price kind of just consolidate here, but you didn't have your candle break another candle into this candle right here. The area that it broke was this rejecting candle here, and obviously the candles before it. So this is what I was using as identification into going for a trade. Now I was explaining my bias of liking the 4-hour candle. We gotta wait for an opportunity for that to arise. I see we are in this current 4-hour candle, and the dollar is extremely bearish, just giving strength to the euro dollar, pound dollar. Aussie dollar looks kind of strange. I don't even worry about Aussie dollar. Let's pull up. Pound yen looks extremely strange as well. So we're gonna go back to Aussie dollar actually. And what I am liking about the indice markets, S&P and NASDAQ down here. S&P is down here at the 200 EMA, and it's pulling back. Looks like it's trying to close back above it. So there's some type of floor down here. There's some type of buyers. I'm gonna measure from this low up to this high. I wanted to see how far in retracement this was. And I can see that we have came all the way down at least 80%. Price is now back above that. That's kind of crazy how we're watching it pull aggressively that fast. So it looks like I'm going to be looking for buys based off the opening of the beginning of this 4-hour candle. And just because prices are pulling back now, and it looks like I'm going to be going for buys, doesn't mean that it eventually is going to sell off in the next 4-hour candle. When I enter into my trades, whatever is happening in the beginning of that 4-hour candle, it's not always going to be the same bias at towards the end. For instance, if it starts, it's looking, the current one started bearish, and now it's almost pulled back and it's going to continue to go bullish. And that's only happening because of the dollar weakening so hard currently. The last 30 minutes in the candle, price is pulling hard. So I want to see if there's any active areas of supply up here where these XXX USD pairs can get a reaction from. It's strong hourly engulfing right here is just showing strength to the downside. Yeah, we're definitely going to be looking for buys more than likely for the indices if that opportunity has not been too late and been passed already. Put on the 20 EMA to see where price is. And price just now came back into its trend of entry. So once again, I like to trade with the forward candle. This forward candle has pulled back so much and it's about to close that I'm looking for an area supply to go back and level off that area, because I don't see price staying up that high not for long. Just coordinate these as purple when I represent supply and demand chart. I'm gonna go to 5 minute here, trying to find me a quick 15 minute supply and demand. I'm gonna actually go to multi right here. I'm gonna come over to the S&P, try to see what I can find. So you see how this is pulled back? It's now hovering right back over the opening. Massive fly up here. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Boom. Coming to that 30 minute, 15 minute level of supply. I got an area here. Got an area here. Okay. An area here. Yep. Boom. Yeah, I want to see price stay below that. Price has to stay below that. Okay, these are 30 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and actively pull up my broker while we waiting, man. We are making some movements today, shouty. Yes, sir. Actually, let me go ahead and do this real quick. I want to make sure. Pull up my broker right. All right. Oops. So probably I'm going to be shorting. I want to see how this closes. I want to see how this closes. Oh man, this thing is going crazy. Right here, you see how that's right there at that 100 EMA? Rejecting just a little bit. Yeah, okay, where's my broker? So I'm gonna come over here. So what we're waiting for here is the opening of the candle. Opening of the next hourly candle. Did you see how this price is pulling back? I want to see price come back and fill in some of these gaps. All right, price is just leaving too many gaps. There's a gap here, fair value gap. Actually make this black. There's a gap here. Here. All right, so I want to see price set me up. We're gonna have to get a break of the candle. Which candle is gonna be my break is the question. Which level am I gonna use as my level. If price breaks, that's gonna get into the zone. Price breaks this low, that's the one I'm entering. That's my entry candle. My entry mark right here. I'm gonna play a zone, something like that. So when it comes to my live broker and my setup, what am I doing? It's that same thing. Right, I'm waiting for price to align. Use the dollar amount. This is I'm pretty much demo trading in a live account. I think it's important to track your real emotions. But anyways, I want to see price break the previous low. So this candle that we're currently on is going to be my identified rejection candle. I'm gonna go ahead and enter into the trade here based off this zone on a 30-minute time frame. I'm gonna stay with it. Right, the reason we went on the break is so we're not just getting an aggressive all the time. Because if we're just getting an aggressive, where's our reasoning for entering the trade? If we're getting an aggressive and price came up here, okay, I could have just entered in based off the tap because none of these candles broke into here. So if you weren't patient enough to wait 10 minutes for price to break, you know, your entries would have been a little bit lower because you would have done the break, which would have gotten that profit. Now that it's showing me that it wants to reject and leave this area, it's making me feel better. Right, you want to see it do exactly what it's doing there, boom. And what I'm assuming it's doing is flattening back out of the volume of this 4-hour candle so it doesn't close bearish. Okay, it's closed, boom. So now we're just waiting on the active break of the candle. That's all I'm waiting on. Pending, and I'm going to a 1-to-1 based off the break of this candle. Okay, so you see how price is going back bullish. If it doesn't want to continue bearish, I'm not going to make it go bearish. And I'm also paying attention to how this candle closed. You got this 4-hour candle closed, and now we're in the opening of this same 4-hour candle. So now, if that candle is break, how is this instituted as a safe buy? You know, what are the confirmations am I going to use for a buy then? I see that price broke over the 50 EMA on the 5-minute time frame, and it's now struggling to break this 100 EMA. This right now is my active resistance, my active and closest resistance. So as price is reaching up here, we're also in the lows here on the hourly time frame. I see we're sitting right here at the bottom of the 800 EMA. The 800 EMA is a major support and resistance. In this case, it's resistance acting as a major floor. So I want to see price pretty much continue to reject exactly as it is. Pretty much waiting on the break of this low. Price break it. Price below. I want to see SPX crossing less than. Needs to update the notification thing. Okay, got our BOC. Wait, no. So that breaking, closing above the 100 EMA like that, it's an active break, right? That counts as an active break because of the fact that you had your 850 candle closed there, and the price rejected it, and then now price is engulfing that same rejection candle. It's actually lining up to be very interesting. Look at all these buyers on the 15-minute and 30-minute time frame. Kind of zooped right back up. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Looks like this is perfectly off the edge. About 13 and 20%. Right at that 13. So this is moving accordingly. You just gotta be patient. You just gotta be patient. Especially on the 4 hours. Yeah, this is opening up. Did not want to stay below there. Now, I'm either gonna try to short it back down to fill in this area, or I wait for price to come back down here and catch buys. Is there any demand down here? Right here, this is the preview. This pink line represents yesterday's low. The price opened up here, broke yesterday's low, made a weekly low, came back, so it broke structure. So now what? Now we wait. Price show is stalling. Price show is stalling. See how low the S&P is. We're getting strength to start off in the Aussie dollar, the pound dollar. I see rejection vibes because now this is the first far right candle. This is a active continuating candle. It broke, it engulfs previous price action. Indices are low, almost too low. So I'm liking the way this is looking. This downtrend is looking on indices. Here's 30 is pulled back higher in its downtrend. Okay, so I'm about to get my entry count. I'm peeping. I'm creeping. Okay. A little bit more. I got a pending order. If price breaks this low, I'm in the trade. Got my stops above here, of structure. We're going for a 1-to-1, target 1. Pretty much going back into this fair valued gap where I was trying to reach into before. And I did not market execute. These are market pending, so price has to actively cross below here. Now, of course, spread is an issue, and I could, of course, get wick down. Price could jump down right here, and the spread could open up, put me into the trade and do some crazy things. But that's after the fact. Sometimes I used to try to beat the spread. I used to try to beat the fake out. You can't beat the fake out. You don't even know it's a fake out until it faked you out. So you have to go accordingly. So this is what I'm pretty much trying to practice with me going accordingly. Okay, just wicked me into the trade. Definitely just wicked me in there. So now I'm trying to see what's going on. What is it with? Based off this candle, based off this 5 minute, right? How is price reacting? Okay, there's that value. I mean, there's that alarm. I want to see price hit that level, man. Boom. Change the sound. Oh no. Oh no, we're just gonna leave it on thin because all of them is not it. Look at how this 30 minute is opening up. Paying attention. Now I'm gonna start dropping arrows so people can know what to look at. Okay, so we still technically have not had a break. Okay, we have not had a break yet. I mean, technically this is our break. If you get a candle that closed double on this line like that, this is our break. So that's our break. And this is our identified rejecting candle right here. They were actively in profit, actively moving. And this is why it's also important sometimes to do a market pending order, because if I would have waited, or if I would have waited until I would have gotten the break, which is this candle here, my spread would have been jeopardized. Okay, so it's important to realize that. Look at that. I got my targets down here at the 2-to-1 because that's what I'm normally going for, but I will do this at a 1-to-1. We'll take partial. How much did I risk? Right, we risked what, 5 points? So what is 32 minus 5? At 27. Right here, 27. That's where I'm gonna take my partials. Closing out 50%. So I'm gonna let the trade play out real quick while I go into my settings, MK, because I do need to look at something. Something wasn't right when it came to hitting my level. So give me a second. Let's watch what happens. Let's see if I'm right or not. Great trade, great analysis, in my opinion. At least from the 4-hour standpoint, right? Because I'm with my 4-hour edge at this point. Open. Where's that 4-hour open? Because our price will also be trying to be tricky. Where's that 9 a.m. candle? This is the 9 a.m. candle. Boom. So I have my entries right at that 4-hour edge. This is actually right on exactly the way I love to trade. So I'm risking 5 points. Entry right at that far right candle. It's 39.32. On my broker, on my screen is about 39.31. Pick that white bar back off. closer we get into towards the, see, I have to be careful, because technically this was a gap, this engulfing candle past this area, so it had a gap, it just filled in this gap. 5-minute time frame, so I'm scalping right now. Scalping moves. Now it's very possible that it could push up from here. Very dangerous. But you want to see it to continue to push away from this 200 EMA. See what it's doing here. Let's go to a different chart actually. I think I have a lot of stuff on it. I want to leave it there. See, yeah, it's rejecting this. We want to see it continue to reject this EMA. This EMA is an active level right here. And that level based off fib, if I come over here, and measure a fib from this high, which is just the intermediate swing, this low, I can see that we're in a sweet spot right here in between the 618 and 50%. So we are exactly where I want to be. So now I feel real comfortable with my stops being back above here. If it comes back above, it just comes back above. But I actually see this candle proposing like it's going to, so I'm gonna move my stops up real quick so I don't get stopped out. Stopped out one of my entries. I don't get wicked out, excuse me. This price did just wick above, but it didn't close above this level, so it didn't invalidate my trade. So my trade is still active. I'm gonna come over here to the 5-minute now. See what everything is doing. These indices and the whole nine. So this is acting as an active break. We have now had price continue to give buyers at this level, continue to show strength. From EMA standpoint, the yellow brick road is still active. Price is still hugging at 5 EMA. And this is one of those trades where, you know, I technically got my active break. It just stopped me out. So this is a valid loss. And I'm okay with that. I'm not scared because I know that it was a fake out, and I pointed out a great point. You can't run away from fake outs. You can't know what they are. Yeah, I have an idea and a perspective, but I didn't know until it did it. So I do know I actively keep watching and I actively keep trading. So price invalidated here. Let it continue to tell me the story. Price didn't want to reject here. That doesn't mean it's not going to reject at all. In fact, that just means to me, I just see it going towards my next supply level above. Which, remember, these are 30-minute zones that I'm looking at. I'm identifying them from here on this bottom left corner here. And we're still within the same 30-minute candle. So this 15-minute one that just opened and that breached into the 50 EMA on the 15-minute. Now I want to be paying. That was my first break. So let's say we can get another break. See if I can get me another potential setup. It says I've dropped 82,000 frames. I'm real interested to see how this stream looked and sounded, especially because of, yeah, now okay, we're getting another rejection. Can we get this break? Hmm. That's the rejection I want to see. The gap, the zone from the 5-minute perspective in between this 100 to 200 EMA is so strong, it's pushing price out of there. Price is not allowed to stay. But I need to actively put me in. You know, what's my entry level? Right now, I'm identifying that as my highlighted preferred entry. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Let's see this. Got a minute left. All right, so we're getting our candle here. This can't be my level anymore because now we put here. So boom. So if I get a break below here, I'm gonna enter. Usually I use a market pending, but I'm gonna take off that market pending and just market execute here. Go ahead and percent. Minute candle here look like. Here. Man, another whole ass demand. It's making demand all over the place. Expecting. Actively. Okay, I'm not gonna enter it from this candle. I want to see it react one more after this. Another 5-minute candle in. This 15-minute candle isn't agreeing because of when we get into the trade, we also want to look at where we're getting out of the trade. So let's say if I were to get in and look at it like this, okay, what's that 1-to-1? That 1-to-1 level is here. Okay, can this 15-minute candle that I'm inside of get to that one? If no, then that means it's going to happen in the next candle. So can I see the next candle coming back to the same exact level that I was originally going to get into to activate me into the trade? Pretty much saying, can I wait until a later point in time to get a higher probability so I'm not risking unnecessary profits? I'm not risking unnecessary gains here. See what I mean? So now this is still making more demand. The demand is still strong here. Figure out why. Go from another 4-hour perspective. I can see the 4-hour trend still continuing. So this actually still might be another setup here. If my 4-hour candle opened here, this is where my edge comes into play. I'm gonna mark the opening of 9 a.m. So this price point right here, price is rejecting to stay below this area. So normally I would be trying to buy here and taking price up because it's rejecting the lows. It's literally telling me candle for candle, this break is down. Okay, this is the first candle after price opened. Price came down and then pushed back up. After price pushed back up, okay, did it come back down? It came back down to this level and immediately got sucked back out. This is where I was trying to sell, right? I got in the sell, price pushed back up. It was a fake out. I was not aware if it was a fake out until after it happened. So now that price is continuing. Okay, where's my 9 a.m.? This is my 9. We're gonna mark highlight candle because this is pretty much the institutional movement order block, however you want to call it, inside of itself. This range right here, this candle, saying a lot. I need price to either break down or below this candle. This is just setting a gap, setting a range here. Actually, I can see exactly what's gonna happen. It's gonna close above the opening candle, acting like it's gonna be buyers, and then it's gonna sell off. I don't like how we're 5 minutes away from the opening bell, but I tell you what, if price breaks this, I'm in there. That's the setup. That is the setup. Let me see. Okay, I put my market pending down. Using this as my rejection candle. Actually, I'm using this as my rejection candle because that's where my stops are. I want to see price break it. It just wicked me in. So I'm now into the trade again. Going for 5 points again. Technically in early. Price has not broken yet. Do something I don't normally do. Let's go down to the 1 minute. Let's watch it. We got to get a 1 minute candle that's actively below. I even walk down my time frames here. We can see what's going on. A little bit better. Put that on the 30. Let's put this. There we go. There we go. And there's my active break. Get off the one. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Now the only thing is, we are less than 5 minutes away from the open. So this is where it can get very, very tricky. Where's the 5 points? Here, 39.29. So I'm waiting on my broker. 39.29. 39.29. That is my partial level. Oh, Yellow Brick Road still active still. So we're waiting. It's moving. It's making its move. It's doing the thing. 2 minutes going in. So now look at that $0 rejection. That $0 rejection and that pound dollar. I called that out at the beginning of 9 o'clock when I saw how this bullish candle was just engulfing the whole week. It literally gapped, right? Not gapped, but it pushed right back up into where the week opened. The week opened up here, it shot right down, and then now prices, it was back above its weekly open. Now we're rejecting back down. So there was supply up here. Interested to see actually. Wow, this is still playing out. This is giving us exactly what we want to see. This is actively even breaking. So this is our active candle. This is our rejecting candle. So I want to see this 101 get hit here. See what happens. If I were to adjust. It's doing it. Okay, we now an opening bell. Man. But look at everything while we're here, opening bell. I'd be shaky on opening bell because of things like this, man. Look at this thing. I'm staying to the trade just because I'm trying to follow my rules, but it's being shaky. Look at it, look at it, look at it. That's crazy. I got stopped out again. Oh man, this is why I don't trade the opening bell. I knew this was gonna happen. This is just a prime example of, you know, following your rules, following what you're supposed to be doing. So it wicked me out. It didn't technically give a 1-to-1. That was S&P. Heck. And this really honestly doing this, I'm assuming because of we're at the bottom of this 4-hour trend down here. So we have a lot of buyers trying to push, especially S&P, a lot of buyers trying to prevent price from staying anywhere below 39.30. Anywhere below 39.30 is obviously a threat to the market. At least that's the way it's reacting. Oh, that's crazy. 0-2 for the day. That pretty much sums up my day. I'm not gonna sit here try to force anything else, especially when the markets look like this, look like the way of what they look like. I am trying to see, is this a buy confirmation? And the reason no is because we're in this long downtrend, just long downtrend. So this is just a long retracement to continue the downtrend. That's why I was trying to sell so bad. I didn't want this whack ass buy that price is doing right now, which I mean, not whack, just whacking how it's developed and played out. Let's kind of run back what I was trying to identify here. Was price reaching active level of supply? My identified level of supply based off the engulfing and massive price breakdown, breaking past yesterday's low and making new weekly lows at the same time. Price closed into this area here and rejected down, showing me the strong rejection. Price tried to reach above here but rejected back down again. So that was my first attempt of entry based off this closure of candle. Getting in there, price went into profit, reject back down, stopped me out. Hey, that's normal. Then price did what it did and gave me another entry here. Okay, and then price stopped me out again. Normal. Okay, that's perfectly fine. But what I'm not about to do is chase the market and say, okay, it's not selling. I mean, it must be buying. Right? So that means I can set me up something crazy like this. Where before I was just risking 5 points. Now I'm trying to risk 15. Wow, I'm 3xing what I was risking before. But nah, that's just the volatility. That's just the market opening up. So it just made a whole new playing field. Largest candle of the session. Volume is into the market. How do you react? You know, what are you doing now? What are you watching? What are you observing? Me, I see price finally retesting back into these in session. We're now above actually the daily open. We just crossed the daily open. And it looks like tech is reaching for it as well. Massive strength to the NSC markets. We are now bullish on tech. Price is shooting, man. How strong this is. That's crazy. I'm gonna just pause here and let the market do what it do. Because the indices here are going berserk. About to break above. Interested in what GJ did. Did GJ finally buy? No. GJ's oh, but GJ, man, GJ been weird. Let me get up GJ off my screen. Ooh, this looks like the meanest bubble. I can't wait to get back into Bitcoin. All right, man. What are you doing? New areas, new areas, new areas. Okay, so we're now obviously done playing with them 5 minutes on. So let me bring everything back to correct time. Me, I'm seeing price reject the 20 EMA 50. So this is heavy trend area. Any supply, any supply, any supply. For me, looking at this now, I would say you wait for your break and retest. Price is broken structure to the top side, so let it break. I'm doing the chase thingy. If it broke, let it break. Breaking structure, that's all right. Let it break. I want it to come back into these gaps. Look at that, clear gap, clear as day. Come back into that. Come back into that. Let me know what's up. Look at the downtrend on the dollar here. I'm seeing, you see how there's just curves on the 30-minute? See how there's just weirdly, the EMAs are curving like that, and the price just drops off. That's a higher time frame move. This is a 4-hour continuation. Look at this. Look at this. This is a 4-hour continuation off this zone. Institution. Look at that. Oh man, that looks amazing. Oh, this is a liquidity grab. Straight liquidity grab. In and out with the bag. In and out with the bag. Shoot. A lot of things are happening in my mind. Last thing that just popped up in my mind was, what is the difference between exhaustion and just weak movements? Like, to me, euro dollar doesn't look exhausted, but it is weakening. These, I don't know, it's a lot. Three, just let the market do what it does. Give the setup is gonna try to get. This is an active sell. That's actively pushing down. I wouldn't really take that based off my strategy. That's valid. You have price, make a high. Break this down. Yeah, price, make a high. Okay, and then after that high, after it made that high, it broke below the 20 EMA, meaning it broke some kind of structure. After it broke that structure, after price closed below, and price closed below, and closed back above, then closed back below again, it's double breaking that structure, making another lower high. All right, now we got two lower highs mixed in, lower lows mixed in with a lower high, a lower high, a lower low, and a lower high makes what? We got a low, and then we got another lower low, and then we got a lower high. That's structure, right? Let's say this again. We got a low that the market made, right, breaking the previous low. Let's say that there was low and price broke structure, came back and closed above. Okay, after it came back and closed above, then what? Price broke that low again, price came back and broke the low again, price bang back and retraced again. What's next? You know what I'm saying? So you have to act. There's things they're using the 20 EMA. You gotta actively wait for the candle to close and this and that. So let's say you actively wait for the candle to close 10 seconds. Candle closes in 10 seconds. After the candle closes in 10 seconds, we go to a 1-to-1. Simple. What are we risking? Was that 13 points? I can't see that. No cap. All right, simple. Not at the previous candle, which is sometimes I usually do this. If I'm a little bit more aggressive, I will do this. But we're going to do it from the structure point of the 4. Doing a simple 1-to-1. We're risking 12 to get 12. And this is purely just off structure. I'm not analyzing anything else right here. I'm on the 5-minute time frame based off what price has did on this structure. I'll even break it down on the 1-minute time frame based off these highs and lower highs. This is now over a clouded active overhead resistance. This is actually the supply that was reached back into. Now these are hanging cliffs that are going to get rejected back down. I follow back with the yellow brick road. I'm gonna do that. But I just kind of did something just to do something for value video, because it looked like I was just handing out straight L's before. Okay, we're getting some rejection back down of below the opening. Common. Get the liquidity grab. Now that was the play. That was the play. Look at the liquidity grab. Look at price coming back into this gap. Okay, I'll take that. Now that's a buy. Let me explain now what I see. Where's my thingy? Yo. Okay. Anyways, price has structure here. Right, these aqua lines are going to be representing my structure. You had some highs. Price came in, closed above those highs. We then had some gaps where price was only trying to buy between this area and now here. Price is not filling back into that gap. This is a high probability demand. And you want to look for the buy of that. Now it's crazy. I shouldn't be taking the buy. I have this massive downtrend that I've been waiting in so long, but you got to look at the volume. Look at the volume, look at what price is telling you, look at price is showing you. This is just our current price action, what I'm seeing right in front of me, what I've just been training my eyes to see over a daily process. This is what I see. Now I'm curious to see what actually happens against what I'm seeing. What are we gonna see? Let's see. Right, we got price filling in this gap, which is just great. Pretty much want to fill it in as tight as possible and reach into this demand. I'm using this as demand based off the engulfing candle of price accumulating in an area. Right, we had an accumulation of a spot, price reaching back down. Now you have two options. The smartest idea, in my opinion, just because of how close we are to the opening, you play this aggressive. As price reached back into that zone, you would have market executed or had a limit order. Just stops it below here. You know, play a 1-to-1, 2-to-1. Really 3-to-1, because you want to see it come back up, at least back above here. That's the aggressive, right? That's the way I'm not gonna do it. That's the way I'm just examining. That's just a personal opinion. The smart way is to be patient. All right, we're gonna wait on a BOC, a break of the candle here. Pretty much, I want a bullish candle to come back and close back above 39.47, and we're gonna risk this candle pretty much like that, and take it like that. That's pretty wide though. Let's see if price can give us a better setup than that. Yeah, it's gonna give us a better. You see how wide this candle is? This current bearish red candle is bigger than the previous one. So let's just watch actually now. This is real interesting. Let me pull up the other markets. Now I'm interested to see what tech looks like in comparison. We'll pull up the Dow, US 30. Oh, look at that sell that I was talking about. I forgot I even was talking about EU. This is just basic market structure. I could see that EU was going to sell based off the market structure that I was doing. SPX is now, it's about to become invalid if price engulfs this, meaning if price closes below it in the same candle. That's just a deep pullback. Look at that aqua. Look at the aqua. Look at the 50 EMA. Interesting. The break of the candle was right here. Here is trying to sell. Based off the high liquidity grab, based off the Asian session high. So it blew right past that supply, that demand. Still got some demand right here. That's probably the play based off that candle. Based off the size of this candle right here, that's the play. That's the play. That's the play. There it go. There it go. That's the play right there. I like to wait on the BLC though. We're gonna wait on the BLC. Market structure broken down. All right, let me take this off of you. That's how you break down something on EU though. I'm curious to see if SPX is going to give a valid BOC. This is our rejection counter right here. Ooh, you wouldn't take that aggressive based off market structure. What in the is that? Look how ugly that is. So you definitely want to buy. Look at the active supply coming in with the fake out, pushing back in, coming back in to test this one last time. Oh man, this is, oh man, this is a beaut. This is a beauty. This is crazy. Once you know what to look for, it's crazy to see it happen in real time. I'm not gonna go. My eyes are just, I just know what to look for. I'm just seeing it. Like, what is this? That's supply. That's what that is. I'm back. Timmy. Look at that. People are like, oh, it's continuing the trend. It is pushing back down. It is actively supplying. You are right. But is there stronger demand play here? That 4 hour. Is there stronger demand at play? Look at that. Look at that. Look at the demand in comparison to the supply. Look at these candles. but I'm trying to find it. Very intricate because it's breaking itself down as it's walking its way down. What a sell. What a sell. I'm mad because I missed it. I got into early. I was trying to get it down here. Not being patient or not. Where's your BOC, man? Where's the BOC? What time is it? 9:54. We got 1 minute left in this candle. Curious to see if we're gonna get the BOC on this one. Another thing that I have not been talking about all morning that's driving the whole market is the dollar, right? What is the dollar doing? Truly, what is the dollar doing? Well, today it is bearish, rejecting, ooh, this 200, ooh, that's a heavy sign. If today closes bearish like that, that's a heavy sign to leave this area here. It's 105.5. Yeah, in here. That's pretty strong. These dudes are blowing me up. I need to focus up. Now my chat going crazy just then. You know, it's good to be in an active trading community, but I believe when you're actively executing into the market, you need silence, or you need whatever you do. Not everybody trades silent. I'm not even trading silently right now, but when I said silence, I meant like in your mind. Okay, here we go. You about to get your BOC. You're getting the BOC. We're getting the BOC. Okay, readjust that supply demand a little bit. That's the thing I've become more comfortable with after being in the Doyle exchange and watching how not only he draws his zones, but how other people draw theirs. There's nothing's right. There's no true right or wrong supply or demand zone that we're gonna draw, because we're not gonna truly know. But we have an idea and an area of interest. Here's our BOC. Now I actually like this. This buy actually looks very nice in comparison to the sales that I've been trying to take. Alright, I got it set up. Going to complete here. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. I don't think it's about to activate. I had to. Oh, that's too close. I have to take off the market pending. Okay, so I'm in. That counted as a break for me. Based off demand, how Miami's here. So I'm utilizing this. My area of interest. Attempting to push. Ooh, is it gonna break though? Is it gonna break? Darn sure don't look like it want to break. Ooh, got your dumb ass. I mean, it didn't break. It sure did not break. It darn sure did not break. Like it. So let's talk about this. What is the true rule of a break of it? For me, it's the closure path. Meaning, if I go to the 1 minute time frame, is there a candle that closes above that black line? No. Technically, we had a double top, and technically, area 5. That's what we do have. That's what I do see happening right now. Unfortunately. Well, today's been a manipulated day. Today's one of them ones. A lot of manipulation. That's why it's sometimes good to trade the industry, and sometimes not. Sometimes just better off trading your currency. Look at that thing drop. That wicked me out too. Yeah, that just killed me. I'm not 0-3. Why did I even try to buy there? Why was I trying to? Oh, because of the demand. Tough. Let's keep analyzing. You don't stop. You analyze and figure out why, what happened. What is the market doing? Ooh, on a 15 minute, I see exactly what it just did. It closed nice. That's the 10 a.m. close. Ooh, that was the 1 hour lining up with the 15 minute. Ooh, I'm slacking. That's what's happening. You're getting bearish confirmations aligning. Wow. Look at that on the hourly. Look at that. Look at the supply. Look how strong that is, bruh. Hey, get out of here. What are you doing here? Price tried to come back up there and said, what are you doing? Get out of here. Yo, it was here for less than 15. It couldn't even get a full 3 candle close. That's crazy. That's bro. Anybody that bought at the open. The major drawdown right now. Oh, that's funny. And wow. That's the market for you. Gee. So I don't feel bad that I didn't make any money right now because those first 2 setups that I took were valid. That buy was a little bit I might have been chasing that buy. I mean, I technically was. It's just a lot of manipulation. This is where you have to agree to your confirmations, your confluence, and the percentage that you're risking. Based off my analysis, based off the things I accumulated. Was it high probable? Was it low probable? Was it strong enough to be a valid confirmation? These things are all important. All right. So this level is holding, which is wild. The market is on 1 today. And I'm done for today for sure because I'm on 3. But outside of that, look at this. Look at that grab. You just got supply and demand doing all types of stuff all over the place. You gotta be careful. It's the end of the year trading. We are in December. It is December the 7th. Let me realize what day it is. Let me realize the volume that's in the market. Actually realize and see what's happening. Like, oh, That's what's happening with these backers. These are the other way around. Let's make the weekly backers. I know the difference. Sorry, I've got two screens. I'm not even looking at this. I'm watching this level of demand hold. Oh, this is so funny to me. Trading is so funny and amazing and wild. It's exactly what I'm explaining is happening. Me personally am just too early. I'm too early on my personal entry. So this is our active rejection. And this is our break. That's a break. So now I'm curious, because exactly what I'm about to say, this demand is about to hold and price is about to push back up and go higher. But now, just price come back and give a second opportunity. I want to see price come back to that same candle. Call it pick me up. Guess what that means? Gotta pick me up, cuz. You are not about to get picked up. Shawty is finna leave your ass. Oh, come pick me up, shawty. Come pick me up. We call this the pick me up. Oh, you were not finna get picked up today. Look at this engulfing. This is nice. See that on the 15-minute lining up on the 5? This is why multi-time frame analysis is important. Look what's happening. Is this 5-minute candle a green? I think so. I'm gonna take that as a sign. I'm gonna buy into that. And I'm gonna risk below here. So this is just off price action. So based off the previous 5-minute candle in a bearish trend, we're definitely this what's crazy is follow your trend here, guys. Most people should be selling. Most people should be selling against the buyers in this huge downtrend that we already have been in. But I see something else. According to this 15-minute, which could be, actually now that I think about it, that's exactly what that is. Let me get out of here. My emotions are getting into the trades. My emotions just made me emotionally put into the market. But what I'm actually seeing is manipulation. There's no reason why I should be executing right here at this exact time, right here at the opening of the day, right here where all the volume is, where everybody else is doing. That's not how that works. When you put your money into the market, it should be at specific times and points of the market. For one, good and yes, high probability, but so you yourself are not being the one manipulated, not with just your mindset, with your money. If you're going to be taking money out of the market, you want to be taking money out of the market when the big buyers are doing it, not when the opposite, when the other side of the market are putting their money into the market. That's when the institutions, that's when they're taking profit. I don't want to get into depth of that. I'm trying to even stay focused on what I'm looking at on the screen right now. But we're not buying, we're not selling. I'm actively watching the price go crazy, but I'm actively watching level of supply and mix with an active level of demand. So which one's wrong, which one's right? That's not what we're here to discuss. That's not what we're here to argue. That's not even my statement of what I'm trying to say. What I am saying is that timing is crucial. Timing is the vital key step here, because timing is what allows you to truly witness the value of what's happening. But timing comes with the price. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be able to do these things, you gotta know what you're looking for and know, etc., etc. I'm not gonna say that this and that, but what I will say is there was an opportunity to buy out of this zone down here, and there was a zone opportunity to sell out of here, and it wasn't the first one because price has been here. Price has what been here. Now what I just jumped. Look at what's happening. Look at how it's expanding, and how is it expanding. So this is where I usually bring on my EMAs on top of my drawn market structure, because market structure is important. I believe EMAs are a help to us as humans to understand what story is being told. They aren't necessary. Necessary is opinionated in itself. This is an MES. This is expanding so hard. This is gonna, I think this will end up being bullish at the end of the day. But right now, I don't think it's gonna buy. I definitely think it's gonna do it exactly what it's doing, just based off the structure. Look at that. Look at that. Oh man, this is interesting. What time is it? 10:09. We've been streaming for a while, man. There's a lot didn't happen. A lot we didn't talk about. A lot. See, I got a viewer. What up, chat? Does the dollar move yet? That's what I want to know. No, still here. Don't you worry, we haven't gone anywhere, is what the market has said. We haven't done a thing. We have, but we haven't. We have, but we haven't done a thing, man. That's wild. Bro, look in the world. At the manipulation, this is crazy. Market is on one. What is happening? What type of news? Let me see. I usually try to stay away from news because I mean it's irrelevant to me completely, but it does have relevancy. Well, we got some crude oil inventories. We got overnight rates, BOC rate statement, CAD Canadian rates. Why is this impacting the dollar so bad? Let's come over here. Oh, they talking about the rates. It's crazy they got this man Warnock on Bloomberg. My man Warnock on Bloomberg. I ain't finna get into that because that ain't what my stream about. Bro, is it already acting back? Oh. Crazy because first of all, check out them zones that I drew based off this one and this right here and right here. But coming to the 15-minute, looks like it's gonna align, be like that. This is probably or this. This is definitely gonna end up bullish. Sure. It's how it gets there. How does it get there? How does it get there is the key word. That word, that question.